Hey guys, Paul Counts here. Welcome to the call. All right, I see a lot of attendees jumping on. This is fantastic. You guys are awesome. It's going to be a great call today. We'll get started here in just a minute. I'm going to fire up my recording here for Camtasia because we do want to make sure this gets recorded, and we will be off to the races here. So we have a great crew today. Very, very excited about this training. All right. If you guys can hear me okay, if you don't mind just saying, yes, you can hear me. Good day to you, Ray. Happy to have you here. Thank you. It has been a while, Michael. Yes, it has. All right. And it looks like you guys are hearing me perfectly. So that is fantastic. Very, very good. All right. Testing, testing. Okay, so we have the recording going. Awesome, loud and clear. You guys are engaged. Absolutely love it. Awesome. So it looks like the recording is working okay. We are recording also on YouTube. So I'm just going to kick this thing right off. Periodically, it's just me on this session. So just be patient. I will answer all your questions at the end. But if there is an issue, like you guys can't hear me, you're not seeing my screen, do let me know that, and I will be very happy to jump over and get that fixed up. So look forward to this training here. So thank you guys. All right, in just a minute, I'm going to be showing my screen, and I just want to make sure that you guys can see it okay. So if I can get a yes in the chat window, that would mean that you guys are seeing my screen. All right. Perfect. I even have some family members on here. That's awesome. Excellent. All right. Well, let's go ahead and kick this thing off and talk about launching your info product empire. All right. All right, guys. So today we're talking about launching your info product empire. And that is me, Paul Counts, right there in the pictures there. And so first off, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the reasons for what prompted me to get started into business for myself. So, the first reason is you get to be with the ones you care about. So one of the reasons, I get to be at home, with my family, with my kids. You set your own hours. I know for me, I'm not one that I've always been one that enjoys sleeping in. So I always had jobs, even summer jobs, where I wouldn't have to wake up till 10 or 11 because I wouldn't start at till noon, and I always knew that that was something I wanted to do when I started my own business. I wanted to be able to have my own hours. When you have a traditional job, someone else owns you. And I kind of joke about this, but you could actually do something like simple, like watch The Price is Right anytime you want when it's on live. You don't have to DVR it anymore. It's on at 10 a.m. Most people are at work. Just the simple things, right? So I feel like I'm always on a summer vacation. In fact, it's pretty fascinating. I have people all the time that are working at the regular job markets, and they're telling me, well, what are you going to do for this holiday? And I'll be like, well, what holiday's coming up? Because besides Christmas and New Year's, I really don't keep track of the other holidays that are coming up, Valentine's Day, of course. But, a lot of the government holidays that people have off, I don't really keep track of because it's not a big deal to me. It's not like, I have to wait for these government mandated holidays. And so, I love that flexibility, having that freedom. One other thing that I learned at a very young age is you're not going to get a raise without spending more time at your job away from those you truly care about. So for those that actually have a job out there, you can attest to this. I had a regular full-time job at one point, and if you want to get a raise, they're going to expect more from you. So that means they're going to expect more demands. That means less time with your family, less time with the people you care about and doing the things you care about, and more time being a slave to that job. So, that's one other element that I thought of is, hey, I want to be able to make more money, but not have to, not have to necessarily make somebody else richer or answer to somebody else even more. if you want things to be better, you have to be willing to make a change. And so, that's one thing I realized. And, unfortunately for me, I learned it at a very young age. And I want to pass that on to you guys here. So some of the reasons people don't get started with their businesses, and I'm just going to do a very quick check here before we jump on to the next slide, because sometimes we have some issues. So let's see here, slides should be changing. That's why I always check on these things. So are you guys seeing my slides here? Let's get a yes here. You should be seeing my slides at this point. That's why I always check. Oh, awesome. Blank screen. Okay, so let's go back to screen sharing here. All right, so I'm going to share my entire screen. Do you guys see that now? Okay. Albert says yes. The title slide, Lee says yes. Okay, so you guys should be seeing like a big long tunnel right now. Awesome. Okay, good. See, that's why we check on these things. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Yep, there it does. It does look like you're going into infinity. So outstanding. Okay, perfect. That's a good thing. All right. So you guys should be seeing my slides now at this point. All right. And I'll check in right after this slide here. You guys should be seeing my slide then at this point. So one of the reasons people don't get started with their businesses, is for basic excuses they make up. Things like, I don't have time, and that's an excuse that I just always laugh at, because it's up to you to determine how much time you want to invest and put into your business and your growth. When I actually launched my business, it was my first year of marriage. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week at a full-time job, and we were doing express personnel staffing. I was actually the staffing coordinator for Oklahoma State Athletics, and I was also being a full-time student online. So time was very, very, very limited, and I was still able to find time to put in a little bit of effort, even if it was an extra 3 hours on a weekend or an extra few hours during a weekday or early morning. I was still able to find time because there's 168 hours in a week. So everybody has the same amount of hours, just a matter what you want to do with those hours. So the I don't have money excuse, and I'm somebody that was not born into money by any means, and everything I've had to scrap and claw for. I didn't have perfect credit, so I wasn't able to land a big business loan. Not to mention banks don't even look at this kind of business as one that they would lend against right away. So if you have the excuse I don't have money, that's an excuse you can throw out the window, because you can get started with nothing doing this. I don't have experience. That's a thing I also laugh at, because we just produced a feature film, an entire feature film. I didn't know a thing about producing a movie. In fact, when we started the process, which was early, end of 2014, so it was just end of last year, they asked me to provide craft services for the actors, and I almost showed up with a table with crayons and scissors on it. I didn't realize craft services meant food. So that's how new I was, but we successfully produced a feature film that's in process of getting edited and ready to go to market. We've been featured on the news. MTV did a little write-up on us. It's a great movie. We had well-known actors involved in the project. And I didn't have experience, but I didn't let that hinder me. I said, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to learn how to do it and make it happen. So hopefully that's, something that kind of inspires you guys a little bit. Another reasons people don't get started with their business is tradition. Everyone else got a job, so I should as well. And I look at that as, that's something that, you should be able to take control of your own life and not be controlled by what other people are doing. So these are the main reasons that I got started, and also some of the reasons I see that people don't get into business. And we want to help correct some of these today on this training here. So we're going to do one last check here before we really dig in and make sure. Yep, definitely. So, okay, good. So we are seeing screen. All right. Just checking a few things. Yes, this is being recorded for those that are wondering. So, okay, perfect. So we are being recorded. Outstanding. Yep, this is being recorded, and it looks like everybody's seeing the slides now at this point. All right, so a little bit about me. Started selling pencils in the second grade. That was when I discovered my first niche market. Did custom apparel sales at the age of 13, 1998. At that point, I told them they needed to get a website because Hotmail was limiting attachments for customers. And so they got their website when I was 16. And at that point, I learned SEO, press releases, online marketing. And so I started my SEO company soon after that and did a little e-commerce as a self-study program. So you guys can see I've got a lot of experience in this. It was in 2006. That was when I held my only job for Oklahoma State University athletics. And I thought I had it made. I was working in sports. I had the dream, I thought. Had a salary job, but it really isn't the dream, to be working 60 to 80 hours a week and not be able to hear the fans roar, but not be able to actually see the action going on. So I quickly learned that was not for me. In 2007, that was when I attended my first internet marketing event, and I actually met one of my business partners with the real guys, Jeff Wellman, and started list building in 2007. That was when I opened my Aweber account, and really at that point, the rest was history. So sold website businesses, had a radio show in Oklahoma. In 2011, many of you know me as a member of the Real Guys with Eric Coleman and Jeff Wellman. We were platinum vendors at Clickbank. We won Clickbank University's affiliate contest, and we've actually paid out over $1 million in commissions between the Real Guys and my own products. So I've paid out over $1 million in commissions to affiliates, and people have promoted our stuff. I've created info products for professional athletes and best-selling authors, and also with some of those as well. And then my wife and I have 3 kids, and we live in Paulsbo, Washington, and we now are into the movie business as well. So, and a reality show. And we also go to City Church in Seattle. So that's a little bit about me. Since you guys are here, may as well learn a little bit about me. Here's some pictures so you know who you're talking to right now. So these are just some pictures. Loving, living the internet lifestyle. So you're able to do what you want to do. I'm able to help my wife pursue her dreams of acting. We're able to travel, go to games, do the stuff that you want to do. One of the things is, we produced a feature film. And so as you can see, these are some of the pictures from on set, our teaser. This is also some additional images as well from the movie scene. So that's something that having an internet business like this gives you that flexibility. Here's some pictures from the set of the reality show we're filming as well. So it's just an honor and awesome to be a part of something like this. And without, if I was working a regular job, I couldn't break free to go do this stuff. So having this flexibility allows you to be where you want to be, live where you want to live. These are pictures of the area we live in. Absolutely beautiful area. And this is our city. So we didn't have to say, oh, I have to live in Seattle because that's where my job is, or I have to live in Los Angeles, or I have to live in Philadelphia. There was no have to live anywhere. We got to choose where we got to live. A lot of people ask us, well, why'd you settle on Paulsbo? Because they just assumed it must be work related or something, and it's not. It's just that we found that this was a beautiful area. We loved it. It's a great area for our family, to raise kids in. And so we were able to choose that. And so that's what I want for you guys here today, because I firmly believe that being there counts. And so, if that means having yogurt with your son during the day, then that to me is super, super important. So let's talk about Clickbank and info products right now. So you can see my son and our cat representing Clickbank right there. So this is what Clickbank's website looks like. Clickbank is a global internet retailer, and they sell information products. So they've been providing a platform for entrepreneurs to sell their knowledge and information online. And I'm talking mainly about Clickbank, but there's other platforms out there like JVZoo. There's several others that are out like Udemy and other websites that you can actually sell information on. So I don't want you to think that it's just about Clickbank. There's many other places you can sell as well. I happen to like Clickbank though, because they have a lot of cool features in place, especially for those that are outside of the business opportunity niche. So many of you have knowledge and abilities outside of internet marketing. People that are doing cool things like yoga instructors, or people that are eating gluten-free, or people that are dieting a certain way. So you have knowledge in a certain area, and Clickbank provides that. Clickbank has helped hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs create, manage, and sell digital products. So everything from, we're talking ebooks like PDFs, how-to videos, audiobooks, all these different things from a variety of different niche markets online. So Clickbank has given you a lot of these avenues. All right. So if you guys are seeing any issues with the slides freezing, I just wanted to jump over and jump on that. This is being recorded, but there's also it sometimes could be. Let me grab the direct link for you guys here. See if I can grab it here on YouTube. So go to youtube.com and let's grab this link here. See if I